just like that. If I can get the screen to come back up. Welcome in, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Daily Disney Discussion. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. And yep, we are back and better than ever with another episode of the Daily Disney Discussion. And we're going to have a really good one today because today, it's funny, the last few we've had been some really good ones. And today is no exception as we talk about none other than Flight of Passage, the ride for all rides, to be honest with you. Until the newest ride just came out, but we'll get to that one at some point, I'm sure, too. But we are talking Flight of Passage. We're heading back over to Animal Kingdom. We're heading into Pandora, and we are talking about one of the wonderful engineering feats of the 20th century, in my opinion. This ride is pretty awesome, and we're going to get into it in just a minute. But let's do some quick mousekeeping. Dean over at The Live Place, theliveplace.com, family-friendly streams throughout the week. Check him out. He is our TV guide of live streamers, adding new live streamers all the time. Be sure to check him out. He's fantastic. I think he's actually going live tomorrow night, too, at 10 o'clock. Be sure to check him out. Also, you have our two partner channels as Melissa comes into the room. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
That's true. Our two partner channels, Steve's World and Disney Dan. Be sure to check those guys out. Of course, Steve goes live later on tonight at 8 o'clock with Just Another Monday Night. Meg's on at 9. Be sure to check out Meg. And then at 10 is Pepper Tree Villa. So Steve goes live on Wednesdays with the Snack Crew and Saturdays here with me. Dan goes live on Saturdays with Disney Fiasco. Food Fridays. He also has Nuts About Disney on Thursdays or Wednesdays with Gonzo. And then our new show, which we just started, Dan and I, we're doing a Disney movie review every Sunday at 6 o'clock. Next Sunday, it'll be on my channel. Be sure to check us out. That's a ton of information. I'm sorry, guys. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Wendy Lou, who's first in the chat tonight, and she is, of course, one of our members. Wendy, welcome in. Caitlin, another one of our members, is here as well. Caitlin, good to see you. Make It Blue, a Disney adventure, is here. Tim Pruitt, big Disney fans in the house. Brian Eisenhart, another one of our members. Brian couldn't stay. He's helping his brother move, but he was stopped in. Russ also says hi. Russ, another one of our members. Great to see you, buddy. Craig's Robotic is here. James Ryan, another one of our members. James, always good to see you, buddy. Eric Newman, another member, is here. Wow, all of our members are here today. Great to see you guys. Eric, another member. Eric, good to see you, pal. One Stop Mouse is in the house again. Good to see you, One Stop Mouse. Hope you're doing well. It's Joey's World here. Good to see you, Joey's World. Another one of our members, the wonderful, fabulous, fantastic Donna Jaworski. Donna, hope you're doing well, dear. Good to see you. Hope to get to see you soon in person for sure. But I hope you're doing well. Let's see who else is here. I think practically Nikki in every way. Nikki, welcome back. Good to see you. Tim Pruitt's here. Good to see Tim. Jamie B is here. Jamie, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Wow. Oh my gosh. I think it just jumped on me. I hope not, though. Let's see who else. I don't want to miss anybody, guys. So I'm trying to go. Andrea Mounts is here. Andrea, good to see you. Alyssa Stenberg's in the house. What's up, Alyssa? Good to see you. Saria Myers, another one of our members. Saria, great to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. I think we are up. Jennifer Jones is here. Jennifer, great to see you as well. It just jumped on me a huge amount. Come on. I don't want to miss anybody. I hate missing people. So I'm trying to say hi to everybody. Look at the Philly crew. Another one of our members. Ron and Meredith are here. Emily, another one of our members, is here as well. LSU mom, Emily, great to see you. I think we are finally up to date. I think that's everybody for now. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Rachel Fithian. Rachel, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing well. And yes, we are up to date. Yep, everybody, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It definitely helps. Pete McDevitt. Pete, I got your voicemail the other day. Dude, you certainly don't have to do that, but thank you so much for that, Pete. Pete's sending us some magic mail and this week, and Pete, you're the best, buddy. Thank you for that. Certainly not warranted. I don't know that we deserve it, buddy, but thank you so much. I got the voicemail, and that's very generous of you, pal. Hope you're doing well. We love you. We miss you, and hope to see you soon, pal. But welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I think we're up to date. But let's talk about, we're going to talk Flight of Passage. Of course, Flight of Passage opened with Pandora, the world of Avatar, a few years back. And it is it's the ride in Walt Disney World for everybody other than Rise of the Resistance. And even with Rise of the Resistance, Rise has its own virtual queue. Flight of Passage doesn't have that. Flight of Passage is still the most sought after ride, Fastpass, in all of Walt Disney World. More than all of them. More than Smuggler's Run, more than Slinky, more than Mine Train, you name it. Everybody wants this one. Everybody wants this one the most. Nikki said, hi, I'm glad I've been able to catch the last few. Happy Monday. Oh, we're glad too, Nikki. Good to have you here. Pete says he can't tag. But Pete, good. Thanks for being here, buddy. But it really is probably the most sought after ride in all of Walt Disney World. Now, again, this ride is, it's like a giant, it's like you're in a, what's that called? Oh my God, isn't that terrible? I can't think of the name of it. You have a giant screen in front of you, but it's a simulator ride. It really ultimately is. You're on a simulator ride in all aspects of it. Really, you are. But it's just so incredible. It's like an IMAX. That's the word I'm looking for. It's like a giant IMAX theater that you're in. G. Wilson's here. G. Wilson, good to see you. It really is a great ride. It is. It's pretty amazing. Donna, you've never ridden Flight of Passage? Is there a reason for that? Or you just don't want to ride it, or you can't ride it? Oh my gosh, you've got to ride this ride. I mean, unless it's something that physically you can't do, you got to let me know, because we got to do this. Jamie says, I love Flight of Passage, but it gives me a headache every single time. The glasses are what do it. They are tight around the back of the ears, but I deal with it. Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Simulator. Well, that's what I think of it as, because it feels like any other simulator ride, because ultimately you feel like you're flying, and it reminds me of that. It's like a giant IMAX. To me, they're all simulator rides. Yeah, kind of like Soarin'. That's what it reminds me of. Just a better version of it. Cynthia Candy Mom is here. Welcome in, Cynthia. Another one of our members. Our first member. Welcome in, Cynthia. I got to let the dog out again because he wants to go out. I'm sorry, guys. You got him? Yay, Melissa's going to let him out instead. Melissa, let the dog out. Now we have the answer to that question of who let the dog out. It was Melissa. Nikki says, I was completely blown away when I rode it. I can't wait to ride it again in 2022. A long wait, but will be worth it. Yes, it will be. See, that's the thing. It's an incredible ride. The whole ride itself, sitting on that, almost like a bike. You kind of straddle it. You get on almost like a bike, and off you go with the 3D glasses. It's such an incredible ride. I remember the first time I ever rode it. I rode it for the first time, and I got off, and I actually had tears in my eyes. I couldn't believe what I had just rode. I'd never ridden anything like it. It was different. It was similar to Soarin', but it was different in so many other ways. Walt, my cousin, and I agreed to ride this ride. Oh, yeah, you'll have a good time with it. Who let the dog die? Exactly. Saria says, I might have teared up the first time riding it between flying and how much I love Pandora. And see, that's the thing, Saria. For me, I'm not a big fan of Pandora. I'm not a big fan of the movie Avatar. I didn't actually like the movie. But you know what? You don't have to like the movie to like this ride. I love the ride. The ride is just, it's an unbelievable marvel. James says it's the next generation of what Soarin' started. Some say Soarin' on steroids. Yes. I would tend to agree with that. Andrea says Flight of Passage never gets old. I agree 100%. Wendy says, I'm not a fan of the film. I haven't managed to watch it all the way through. Would I like it? You'll love it. That's what I was saying, Wendy. I didn't like the movie at all. I was not a fan of the movie. I have no interest in the sequels that are coming out. But this ride, that land, you don't even have to see the movie to love it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. Jamie says, definitely a must-do multiple times each trip. Just take aspirin beforehand so it's not a bad headache. That's right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Well, yes, there was one spot that sort of gave me motion sickness, and it just closed my eyes for a moment. Yep. Sometimes you have to do that. I remember Melissa did that the first time, and I kept nudging her. I'm like, you got to open your eyes. You got to see this. Cynthia says Flight of Passage is the only ride I do twice in one trip. My kids love it. It is. It's a great ride. Caitlin says, I always call Flight of Passage the true Soarin' 2.0 and not the warped video. It's true. It really is great. But when this came out, it really was a game changer. It was a game changer. Oh, it definitely was. And it still is the best ride in Disney in a lot of aspects. I mean, I don't think it's the best ride anymore. I think Rise of the Resistance is better than this. It just brings different elements than this does. But for what it is, this ride is still pretty amazing. The Philly Crew says, I agree, not a fan of Avatar, but the land and the ride are awesome. They really are. They're unbelievable. I take motion sickness meds before going on rides. I think you would probably want to take it for this one too. Yes, Jamie, I agree. Pandora at night is amazing. Surya says, I'm iffy on the movie, but seeing the land was like stepping into the movie. Totally cool. Agree 100%. There he is. There's my son. There's Walter. What's up, buddy? Love you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Everybody say hi to my son. That's Walter. Yeah, he's here. Good to see you. Hope you're doing good, pal. But let's kind of talk about it. So let's break it down a little bit. We'll start with the queue. So the queue is probably one of the most, if not the most immersive, best themed queue in all of Walt Disney World, period. Maybe even in all of Florida. Because, and Universal's got some pretty well themed queues. Don't get me wrong. I've been there lately a lot. And their queues are themed really well. This queue might be the best of the best. Although the Rise of the Resistance queue does give it a run for its money. But the queue itself is done really, really well. I love the theming behind it. You're inside for sure, so you get the air conditioning. You're out of the elements. It's pretty awesome. But Melissa's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi to Walter. Everybody's saying hi to him. And he's saying hi back. Yay. Good for him. Good manners. Jennifer says, I actually love the movie, but it is extremely cheesy. The script is embarrassingly bad, but it works somehow. Yeah, it just wasn't. I just wasn't a fan of it. But the queue is fantastic. I love the queue. It's so immersive. It's themed incredible. You get to see the one avatar in the water, and you get to see the little bit of the bioluminescence in there. It's just so fantastic. They do such a great job with this. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. They did such a great job with it. I love it. And then from there, of course, you ride the ride. The ride's probably, 3 minutes long, if that. It's probably not that long at all. But you put the glasses on, you sit on there, and it feels like you're flying all through Pandora. That's why it's called Flight of Passage. It's such a beautiful, the views are beautiful. What you're seeing on the screen are incredible. There's a lot of thrilling parts to it. There's a lot of beautiful parts to it. There's a lot of exciting parts to it. This ride, I almost want to say it's made for everybody, but I can't see the little ones being on here. If you have a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old, you might want to take pause. I'll put it to you that way. But they might be able to ride it. James, I do not like soaring around the world and return soaring over California. It was great after the refurb before they switched it. I agree. Practically Nicky says, I missed most of the queue as we had Fastpass, but I have seen parts of it and videos. Also, I have never seen the movie. I tried one evening and fell asleep. Oops, I agree. Yeah, I fell asleep on the movie too. Let's see here. James says, when the parks open, be sure to have the best gear, Mouse Talk gear. Check it out. Oh, thanks, James. I appreciate that, buddy. It took me a second to understand. Thanks, pal. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do have merchandise if you guys are looking to purchase a Mouse Talk t-shirt. Big Disney fan storyline may not be the best in Avatar, but I really like the creatures in that movie. Yeah, the creatures are pretty cool. My daughter was 7 when she did it the first time. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Obviously, I think we're there. But there's 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds that try to ride this kind of stuff. I don't know that we're there for that. But 7 on up, I agree 100%. I think they'll love it. As long as they're not afraid of heights and stuff like that. Even though it is a simulator ride and it's all virtual, it still ultimately can kind of scare you a little bit. I remember Melissa closing her eyes. I know I said that earlier. She did on certain parts of it. She would close her eyes. The creatures are very cool. They are. But the ride itself, it's just fantastic. Now, the pre-show part, I'm not a big fan of the pre-show. The guy that has to clear you out of those termites or whatever you want to call them, whatever kind of things you have inside of you, and he tries to kill them, and then you go and you talk to the other lady. And I mean, I get they have to do that kind of stuff because they got to wait you out for the last ride to finish, and I get that. And her part is more of the safety measures of teaching you what needs to be done and this, that, and the other. So I get it. 29 likes, 32 watching. Be sure to hit that like button, everybody. Joey's World says, and come on, whose mouse didn't drop the first time you see the floating mountains in person? I agree. We were lucky enough, Melissa and I and the boys, we got a DVC preview before they opened the land to everybody. So there was only like 100 people in there. When we went the first time we ever went, there was nobody in that land. And we got to ride it with no wait, no line. It was unbelievable. Looking at the floating mountains. Now, you only got 2 hours, I think it was, and Melissa can confirm this. You only got 2 hours in the land because they had to bring the next group in. But it was awesome seeing that. I agree. I bet she did come off yelling with excitement. Not termites, Melissa. I don't know, whatever those things are inside of you. G. Wilson said, had not had the pleasure to ride it. Daughter was a little too young at the time. We should be good to go for our next trip next year. I agree. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. Caitlin says the pre-show is great and has automatic captioning with no asking cast members. It means that Disney is starting to include accessibility. Oh, I agree with that part of it. I just think it's, I don't know. I don't like most pre-shows because I understand it's them stalling to get us there. I get it. I like dancing and being silly. The newbies love it. Smash that like, for sure. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, guys, we do have channel membership. We've had so many people join up now. Some newest members just came on board. We love you. Love the new members, but thank you all for the membership. It's been fantastic. And we got lots of stuff coming. Jennifer says, I was pretty scared when I wrote it because of the height, but I was scared in a good way. There you go. The legend is here. What's up, Richard? R. Johns is in the house. What's up, Richard? Good to see you, buddy. We miss you, pal. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait to get back to the parks and see you. Hope you're doing good, bud. Hope you're doing good. Rachel says, the only thing I don't like is the flashing light part. Yeah, and I think that's more or less just to kind of distract you so that they can pull up the curtain, so to speak, to get you ready for the actual ride itself. I think that's why they do that. Just to kind of distract you while they're pulling up that curtain for sure. But yep, the ride is fantastic. The queue is pretty darn awesome as well. Now let's talk wait times. As all of you know, wait times on this ride are astronomical. I mean, you're talking every single day, it's at least 60 minutes, if not longer. You're talking 90, 120, I've seen 180, I've seen 320. So the lines can be very long for this. Even at rope drop. We rope dropped at one time, and it was still 60 minutes posted. Now, we didn't wait that long, but they said that. How long are you going to wait? We'll get to Fastpass in a minute. Let's say you have no Fastpass, but you really want to ride this ride. How long are you waiting for Flight of Passage? I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments. Couldn't think of a better channel to be a member of. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Melissa and I both. We're honored and very grateful to all of you for being members of our channel. It means the world to us. Big Disney fan says, I'm saving money for my Walt Disney World trip in 3 years. Oh, no, that's fine. By all means. Please. Not expected. Not mandatory, not expected. We're grateful and honored for anyone who does. Please don't feel obligated at all. James says, I find it amazing that it breathes as you fly. You can feel the breath's intensity during flight. I know, it's pretty awesome, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah, if you rope drop, it is a running rope drop. Yeah, it is a running rope drop, to be honest with you. It's probably one of the only ones where it is a running rope drop. That and probably Slinky Dog and even Mine Train to this day is probably still running rope drops. So Cynthia says, if I had to wait 60, but I have gotten Fastpass. And we're going to get the Fastpass in a minute for sure, because I want to talk a little bit about that. Jamie says 30 minutes. I don't wait much longer than that for anything. Ron and Meredith, 60 minutes. Wendy says, I'd be happy to wait up to an hour, 60 minutes for her as well. 50 to 60 for LSU mom, Emily. Big Disney fan says he'd rather check with the Walt Disney World app to see the progress of wait times. Caitlin says, I could only ride when the park opens and waited 60 minutes and was well worth it. There you go. Nikki says, I've been told, let's see what Nikki says. I want to bring that up. Nikki said, I've been told because I'm British, I should be okay to wait in a queue, but honestly, I cannot really do really long queues, maybe an hour and a half tops. I hate to say it, but that's probably going to be minimum what you wait. Donna says, I never wait more than 30 minutes for a ride. That's why she's never ridden this. I'm just kidding. I don't think I've ever seen a 30-minute wait for Flight of Passage. Ever. Hey, Andrea says, rope dropping or up to an hour. There you go. Joey's World says 20 minutes. It's always 20 minutes. There you go. What's a rope drop? It just basically means you get there when the park opens, and as they open the gates or drop the rope, you're there when the park first opens. Jennifer says she'd wait 30 to 45 minutes. James says, I waited just over an hour with my daughters. They liked it so much they wanted to wait again. I let them go and went to Nomads. That's a good idea, James. There's Carlos. Carlos is in the house. What's up, Disney World freak, Carlos? Welcome in, buddy. Everybody say hi to Carlos. Hope you're doing well, pal. Rachel says, it really is ingenious. The ride vehicle breathing simulation is super. It is. It really is super cool. It really is super, super cool for sure. Nomad's Lounge is where it's at. You know, I've never been to Nomad Lounge. Not yet, anyway. R. Johns, Richard said I usually get in with other people's fast passes. You're the smart one. Jennifer says, I'm spoiled by the Fastpass system, so if I don't get a Fastpass, I am fine with not riding it. Wow, how about that? Okay. Caitlin says, I wonder how this is going to change now that all rides are standby only. You know what? I think it's actually going to make the standby go quicker. Because part of the thing with me is I've always felt that the Fastpass slows the standby down. Because if I'm in standby and all these people come in Fastpass, I have to wait. But if there is no Fastpass and we're all just going at the same speed, I think you get in quicker. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. I don't like the Fastpass system. It's too hard. I would just rather everybody be in standby. I think it would move a lot faster. Carlos says it has to be a Fastpass for us. CSU's was don't stay later than 3. Okay, that makes sense. If I could read it. I can't read it most of the time. Go to Nomad. It's my favorite restaurant on property. I've never been there yet. I love that portion of the lounge and so enjoy dusk coming on and Pandora beginning to gleam. Yes, we'll have to do that one time for sure. Okay, so I think most people would wait up to 30 minutes or more, up to an hour, hour and a half for this ride. But now Fastpass. I think I know what everybody's going to say to this, but is this a first 3 Fastpass? Is this one of the first 3s in Animal Kingdom? And by the way, for me, I'd wait up to probably an hour for Flight of Passage. I'd wait 60 minutes. And is this a Fastpass? Is this going to be one of your top 3 Fastpasses? For me, it is. It's this, Everest, and the Safari, in my opinion, over there at Animal Kingdom. So yes, it's definitely a Fastpass for me. G. Wilson says, in my opinion, Fastpass Plus may be a thing of the past. It wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me if it was. Absolutely a Fastpass if you can snag it. Rachel says, and that's one of the problems I have with it. Fastpasses are so hard to get. They are extremely hard to get. And I think sometimes it can be unfair as to who can and can't get Fastpasses. I understand the system, and I do. I understand it. And I understand its purpose, but I'm not a fan of it. Maria says, yes, if you can get it. Candy Mom Cynthia says, yes, a big yes. Donna says, yes. Emily says, yes. Wendy says, I'd Fastpass in the top 3. Yes for Andrea. Easy, yes, this is a Fastpass for Ron and Meredith. Eric says, yes. Nikki says, always I'd try on different days until I got it. Yes, we do that too. James says, absolutely. If you can get a Fastpass, this is where your resort reservations pay off. Right. That's the key. That's the issue. Flight of Passage, Dinosaur, and Everest for Carlos. 3 Fastpasses, Jamie B. Flight of Passage, Everest, and Safari. Yeah, that's how I am too. Same way. So Jennifer says, yes, definitely one of the top 3 Fastpasses for sure. Our Fastpass list looks like the same for Animal Kingdom. Yep, for sure. I agree. It shows a wait time of 6 minutes. Yes, if it's one of the first 3. There you go. For sure. So hard to get a Fastpass. Yeah, and that's the thing. See, that's why part of my issues with the Fastpass system is it's not always. I mean, I understand that, if you're staying on property, that's one of the perks to staying on property is the fact that, you get it 60 days out. But even then, it can become difficult to get those. We've seen it. We've seen it happen where we struggle to get, even 60 days out, we struggle to get 1 Flight of Passage Fastpass for the entire week. If we get 2, we're shocked. We're absolutely shocked. And the only way you're really going to get 2 is start at the end of your trip and work backwards for Fastpasses. So go to the very end because you'll have more availability there and work your way back and you'll be able to find more Fastpasses. I'm telling you, it works all the time. Caitlin says, it is a must along with the Kilimanjaro, along with the Safari Festival of the Lion King. There you go. Saria says, I think the system is ridiculously hard to manage, especially since people don't release Fastpasses when they just blow them off. That's another reason why I have trouble with Fastpass system, is there are those that will get them and then don't use them, and then they're wasted. Because you're right, they don't put them back. It's crazy how hard it is for some. Then our cousins get it 3 days of their trip. Yeah, it's part of the issue I have with it. I think it should just be standby. Everybody's just in line. That's my opinion. I think it's more fair that way. There are other perks you can give people. There are other perks you can give people for staying on property. Let them into the park early. Give them discounts on things like that. Even 60 days out, it's sometimes hard to get the fast passes you want. I agree, and it's one of the reasons, and that's why I don't like the system. G. Wilson says, I'm not an annual pass holder or DVC, but I think they should get some priority, especially Florida residents. Well, I'm all three of them. I'm an annual pass holder, I'm a Florida resident, and I'm DVC. I'm all three of them. And I'm okay with getting some perks, and maybe, I don't know. It's just weird how they do it. Yeah, 2 times on it, that's usually the average. Again, Jamie, I think it depends on how long your trip is, too. If you're going for 8 days, you might be able to snag 2 of those. But if you're only on a 4 or 5 day trip, it's going to be really hard to snag 2 of those. So I think it can happen for some, but it doesn't happen for everybody. That's just my opinion. So there you go. Now it's time for rankings, guys, because we're coming up on 6:30. I don't want to run over too much tonight because we got a lot of shows tonight for you guys to hang out for. Ratings from you all. I want to hear from you. What's your rating for this ride? I'll put mine up here. Right now, it's a 10. Look, it's one of the best rides. The only thing better than it as a whole is Rise of the Resistance, in my opinion. But this ride is top notch. You know, fast pass and wait time aside, it's worth it to wait. Saria says, I keep refreshing the whole trip. It's how we got 4 Tower of Terror rides in a row, and people kept waiting in standby. It's true. If you're willing to do that, you'll be fine. I agree. Some people just don't have the tenacity. It says, oh my, Walt is a triple threat, DVC, Florida resident, and AP. I know. It's crazy. What a waste of money. I'm just kidding. Nikki says, we had a second one and couldn't use it, so we posted on the Disney Facebook page that we would be releasing it in an hour for the following day and then release it so we knew someone would get it. Yeah, exactly. We usually go 14 days with 10 in the park. See, that's the thing. We don't go that many days. I wish we did. That'd be nice. Melissa gives it a 10. Ron and Meredith give it a 10. Nikki gives it a 10. Andrea gives it a 10. Carlos says, 10. Sad I've only been able to ride it once. Oh, Carlos, I hope you get to ride it more, buddy. Emily gives it a 10. Eric gives it a 9. 9.5 for Jamie. Would be higher if no glasses. 11 for Richard. 10 for Rachel. 9 out of 10 would be 10 if the queue line wasn't so long, just this distance. Yeah, I agree. A perfect 10 for James Ryan. Yeah, we actually love the after hours and DVC events. I think they're worth the extra cost if you can afford it. Yeah, exactly. That I'm okay with. Like the DVC events and all that. You know, those kinds of perks they can give to people. And give people discounts on after hour events if you're an annual pass holder. You know, let one of the villains after hour events do like they do for DVC when they do Moonlight Magic. Do annual pass holder Moonlight Magic. They can do it. Cash can only reserve fast passes only 7 days. Yes. It's a definite 10 for Saria. Big Disney fan gives it a 10. Caitlin gives it a 10. Wendy says, I'll say 9 from what I've seen. 10 once I've ridden it. Yeah, and it will be a 10. I'm sure of it. Cynthia says 11 plus. James Garcia, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I think it's an awesome 10 from James. And Keith's in the house. What's up, Keith? Joey's best bud is here. Keith also gives it a 10. So you know what? I think for the most part, a consensus is it's one of the best rides in all of Walt Disney World. And it really is awesome. I think I enjoy watching people's reactions now that I've ridden it so many times. I like to see people's reactions when we come off the ride. They're so cool to see other people's reactions of, oh, I'll never forget last time we rode it, Melissa and I got on it. I don't know if she remembers this, but there was this couple. It was a mom and a dad and 2 kids, and they rode it for the first time, and they were foreign, and they didn't speak English. But you just knew they were blown away by it. The looks on their faces, they were like, oh, and they're talking. They're like, and you could just tell they loved it. It was so neat. Get joy out of seeing the looks on people's faces when they have such a great time, and they really did. Jennifer gives it a 10 as well. Those are the best when you can see those reactions. And I'm sure for those that created this ride, when they see those reactions too, it just gives them a sense of fulfillment and a sense of accomplishment for what they've done, because it's pretty amazing for sure. So there you go, guys. That is Flight of Passage. I don't know what we're going to have tomorrow, but that's going to be hard to beat the last few. Let's see. We've had Flight of Passage, Haunted Mansion. We've had some good ones, man. So here we go. Tomorrow, we are going to... Ooh, we got another good one. We're staying in Animal Kingdom. And you know what? Let's go get that dino. We are going over to Dinosaur tomorrow, and we are talking dinosaur. Some of the best lines of all the rides are on this ride, and we're going to talk about them tomorrow. So bring your ratings, bring your ideas, bring your comments, bring your memories, bring your rankings, bring everything tomorrow as we talk about Dinosaur. It's going to be awesome. Another really good one. We're really saving all the good ones here. But this is going to be great. Dinosaur tomorrow. I hope you guys can be there for that. Again tonight, Steve's on at 8, Meg's on at 9, Pepper Tree Village on at 10. Be sure to check them all out. Tomorrow, Melissa and I are here with Disanity. We are doing a new bracket tomorrow. Tomorrow's bracket, you know me, I love my brackets. Disney World Restaurants bracket. 64 restaurants. We've got them ready to go. We're going to have them ready for you tomorrow. It's going to be an awesome time. I hope you guys can come for that. It's going to be so much fun. But thank you all again for joining us. Dean over at the Live Place, thank you for all you do. Disney Dan, Steve's World, my 2 partner channels, thank you. All of our new members, by the way, I've got to add some new people to the membership right here. But thank you to all of our members. Your generosity and loyalty is not forgotten ever. We love you guys, and we thank you for it. And everyone here, whether you're a member or not, we just thank you for spending your time with us. It's always a pleasure. I say it all the time. You have choices of what you do with your time. And you chose to spend it here with me, and I appreciate that. It's an honor for me, for sure. And I got to promote this. Melissa did her first video pretty much on her own, our latest vlog video, talking about new things opening up down at Disney. If you get a chance, go take a look at it. It's about a 10-minute video. She did pretty much all the editing on it. She did all the filming on it. She did a really good job. So go show her a little bit of support and some love, and view that video and let us know what you think. Good or bad. I think it looks really good, but I thought she did a really good job with it. And go check it out if you guys have time. We'd love for you to do that. But guys, thank you all for being here. Love you, Walt. Thank you, buddy. And love all of you. Thank you all for being here so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you guys really soon. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.